Francisco's Money Speech from Ayn Rand's Atlas Shrugged, Hank Reardan's Party. So, you think that money is the root of all evil? Said Francisco de Ocaña. Have you ever asked yourself, what is the root of money? Money is the tool of exchange, which cannot exist unless there are goods produced and men able to produce them. Money is the material shape of the principle that men who wish to deal with one another must deal by trade and give value for value. Money is not the tool of moochers who claim your produce by tears or by looters who take it from you by force. Money is made possible only by men who produce. Is this what you consider evil? When you accept money in payment for your effort, you do so only on the conviction that you will exchange it for the produce and effort of others. It is not the moochers or the looters who give value to money. Not an ocean of tears, not all the guns in the world can transform those pieces of paper in your wallet into bread that you will need to survive tomorrow. Those pieces of paper, which should have been gold, are a token of honor, your claim upon the energy of men who produce, upon you. Your wallet is a statement of hope that somewhere in the world around there are men who will not default on the moral principle which is the root of money. Is this what you consider evil? Have you ever looked at the root of production? Take a look at the electric generator and dare to tell yourself that it was created by the muscular effort of unthinking brutes. Try to grow a seed of wheat without knowledge left to you by men who had to discover it for the first time. Try to obtain your food by means of nothing but physical motions. You will learn that man's mind is the root of all goods produced and the wealth that has ever existed on earth. But you say that money is made by the strong at the expense of the weak? What strength do you mean? Is it not the strength of gun or muscles? Wealth is a product of man's capacity to think. Then is money made by men who invents a motor at the expense of those who did not invent it? Is money made by intelligence at the expense of fools, by the able at the expense of the incompetent, by the ambitious at the expense of the lazy? Money is made before it can be looted or mooched. Made by the effort of every honest man, each to the extent of his ability. An honest man is one who knows that he can't consume more than he has produced. To trade by the means of money is the code of men of good will. Money rests on the axiom that every man is the owner of his mind and his effort. Money allows no power to prescribe the value of your effort except for voluntary choice of man who is willing to take trade with you for his effort in return. Money permits you to obtain your goods from your labor which you are worth to the men who buy them, but no more. Money permits no deals except those to mutual benefit by unenforced judgment of the traders. Money demands of you recognition that men must work for their own benefit, not for your own injury, or for their gain, not their loss. In recognition they are not beasts of burden, born to carry the weight of your misery. That you must offer them values, not wounds, in the common bond among men. It is not an exchange of suffering, but the exchange of goods. Money demands that you sell not your weakness to men's stupidity, but your talent to their reason. It demands that you buy not the shoddiness they offer, but the best your money can find. And when men live by trade, with reason, not force, as their final arbiter, it is the best product that wins, the best performance, the man of best judgment, the highest ability, and the degree of man's productiveness in the degree of his reward. This is the code of existence whose tool and symbol is money. Is this what you consider evil? But money is only a tool. It will take you wherever you wish, but it will not replace you as the driver. It will give you the means for satisfaction of your desires, but it will not provide you with the desires. Money is a scourge of men who attempt to reverse the law of causality, men who seek to replace the mind by seizing products of the mind. Money will not purchase happiness for the man who has no concept of what he wants. Money will not give him a code of values if he evaded the knowledge of what to value, and it will not provide him with purpose if he's evaded the choice of what to seek. Money will not buy intelligence for the fool, or admiration for the coward, or respect for the incompetent. A man who attempts to purchase the brains of his superiors to serve him with his money, replacing his judgment, ends up by becoming the victim of his inferiors. Men of intelligence desert him, but the cheats and the frauds come flocking to him, drawn by a law which he has not discovered, that no man may be smaller than his money. Is this the reason why you call it evil? Only man who does not need it is fit to inherit wealth. The man who would make his own fortune no matter where he started, if an error is equal to his money, it serves him. If not, it destroys him. But you look on and cry that money corrupted him. Did it, or did he corrupt his money? Do not envy the worthless heir. His wealth is not yours, and you would have done no better with it. Do not think what it should have been distributed among you, loading the world with 50 parasites instead of one, would not bring back the dead virtue which was the fortune. Money is a living power that dies without its root. Money will not serve the mind that cannot match it. Is this the reason why you call it evil? Money is your means for survival. The verdict that you pronounce upon the source of your livelihood is the verdict you pronounce upon your life. If the source is corrupt and you have damned your own existence, did you get your money by fraud, by pandering to men's vices or men's stupidity, by catering to fools in the hope that getting more than your ability deserves, by lowering your standards, by doing work you despise of purchasers you scorn? If so, then your money will not give you a moment or a penny's worth of joy. Then all the things you buy will become not tributes to you, but a reproach, not an achievement, but a reminder of the shame. Then you'll scream that money is evil, evil because it would not pinch hit for your self-respect, evil because it would not enjoy your depravity. Is this the root of your hatred of money? Money will always remain an effect and refuse to replace you as a cause. Money is the produce of virtue, but it will not give you virtue, and it will not redeem your vices. Money will not give you unearned, neither will it in matter nor in spirit. Is this the root of your hatred of money? Or do you say that it's the love of money that's the root of all evil? To love a thing is to know, and to love its nature. To love money is to know and love the fact that money is the creation of the best power within you, and your passkey to trade, your effort to the best among men. It's the person who would sell his soul for a nickel who's the loudest in proclaiming his hatred for money, and he has good reason to hate it. The lovers of money are willing to work for it, and they know they are able to deserve it. Let me give you a tip on a clue of man's character. The man who damns money has obtained it dishonorably. The man who respects it has earned it. Run for your life from any man who tells you that money is evil. That sentence is a leper's bell of an approaching looter. So long as men live together on earth and need means to deal with one another, their only substitute. If they abandon money, it is the muzzle of the gun. But money demands of you the highest virtues, if you wish to make it or keep it. Men who have no courage, pride, or self-esteem, men who have no moral sense of their right to their money, are not willing to defend it as they defend their life. Of men who apologize for being rich will not remain rich for long. They're natural bait of swarms of looters who stand on the rocks for centuries but come crawling out of the first smell of a man who begs to be forgiven for the guilt of owning wealth. They will hasten to relieve him of the guilt and of his life as he deserves. Then you will see the rise of men of double standard, the men who live by force, yet count on those who live by trade to create the value of their looted money. The men who are hitchhikers on virtue, the moral society that these criminals and their statutes are written to protect you against them. But when society establishes criminals by right and looters by law, men who use force to seize the wealth of disarmed victims, then money becomes a creator's avenger. Such looters believe it is safe to rob defenseless men once they've passed a law to disarm them. But their loot becomes a magnet for other looters who get it from them as they got it. And then the race goes on, not to the ablest at production, but to the most ruthless at brutality. When force is the standard, the murderer wins over the pickpocket, and society vanishes in a spread of ruin and slaughter. Do you wish to know whether that day is coming? Watch money. Money is a barometer of society's virtue. When you see that trading is done not by consent but by compulsion, when you see